Hi, I'm Amber Lynch, and I'm here with
First Sergeant Riley.
Okay, First Sergeant Riley. What is the military ball?
Well, a military ball is a celebration, formal setting. Has its history, from the kings and queens of England, where officers who were usually of royal birth would have like a party to celebrate. It's kind of a show of confidence thing to, in the old days, a political elbow rubbing per se, but now it's a rich tradition where units will celebrate camaraderie, basically kind of have a good time at a formal setting.
Okay. How do you feel about the upcoming brigade competition? Are you excited, nervous? Do you think your cadets are ready or anything?
I'm always excited about this competition. It's one of my favorite competitions of the year. We get to travel, pretty far. We miss a day of school, and then it gives us a chance to compete in a variety of different things at once. We have some cadets who only shoot, but we have other cadets who shoot, do drill, and do some of the other activities. So again, it's a chance for us to display, I'd say 75% of our skill set.
This is like more of a kind of personal but still ROTC question. What is your favorite ROTC sport?
Well, I like Raider because it reminds me of, my days of jumping out of airplanes, rappelling out of helicopters, things like that, rescuing pilots. I like drill because it shows discipline. I like air rifle because, I shoot recreationally on my own, and, I'm a gun collector, so, the main three ones it's hard to say which one's my favorite, per se.
And what does ROTC mean to you the most?
What does it mean to me the most? I think, the fact that ROTC kind of is a home for people who haven't found their niche yet in high school. It's not necessarily a military entrance thing, but there's a lot of things you can learn from the military that I don't think you'll pick up in other activities or even other sports. In other sports, only a select few kids get to be in leadership positions. Whereas ROTC, at some point, I'd say over half, 70% of the cadets at some point will get a chance to be in charge of something, an opportunity they wouldn't get, I believe, if they were in any other club. Usually it's, I won't say the most popular, but the most likable kids are usually those ones who are, the president of this club or whatever. So, they're likable because they have skills, but in this program, no matter who you are, you get trained and you have an opportunity to exercise your skills. And so I think it builds a lot of confidence for kids, and it gives them, again, opportunities that they would not have gotten if they had done anything else.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. One is completely on your opinion, but right now, what do you think people should know about ROTC?
Well, what I think people, if I could answer that two ways, in ROTC, I would say the cadets within the battalion, we do offer leadership opportunities, but a lot of them get hung up on getting those positions. A lot of them get hung up on rank, and they do so thinking that that's a finish line that they have to get to, and then once they get there, the race is over. And I don't think they realize that it's a never-ending race. That once you get someplace, you'll move ahead in your leadership style and abilities. And for kids outside of ROTC, I think they just got to realize that it's an opportunity. It's the best opportunity for some kids to ever have. Some kids I've seen just completely flourish in the program. And I've seen other kids who become cynical after doing the program because, again, they treated everything like a finish line, and when they didn't get it, they quit or they were dissatisfied with it. I would say that, it helps kids keep their egos in check, per se.
Okay. And what has been your favorite thing and what made you love being here all this time for ROTC?
My favorite thing is all the activities that we do. Over the years, I've had 5 principals here, and, some principals have told me, that I am the most field trip taking program that they have ever seen. I remember Mr. Horner, when he was assistant principal, told me he thought I was the real deal of stuff, and he said so because we went above and beyond the normal thing. Most people expect cadets to go above and beyond. Everyone always expects the student to go above and beyond. But in this county, in this program, and I think in the school system, people in the community, they prefer to have people who are willing to go above and beyond for their students. And, all the competitions that we've gone to, all the community service stuff that we do, all the stuff we do outside the school is typically my favorite thing because you get to see cadets in action.
Okay, well, thank you a lot for letting us interview.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm Erin Mullins and I'm here with
Major Moore.
Okay, Major Moore, I'm going to be asking you a few questions today.
Let's get it.
What do you think ROTC means and what do you want people outside of ROTC to know about it?
First of all, many people don't know that just because you're an ROTC, that doesn't mean you're going to the military. It doesn't matter. You can come join ROTC without even having an inkling to go to the military. It's more about building that individual person or people, team cohesion, and making you a better citizen for our world here today.
Will you do us a favor and explain a little more about military ball to us?
About military what?
Ball.
Oh, military ball. Military ball, it's spree de corps. That's the main function of the military ball, where your leaders can kind of let their hair down and they become normal people to everybody else. We all intermingle, we all dance, we have a good time, listen to music, and we just chill out for a night. And also eat great food, which is also a bonus.
What is the top stuff y'all do and what type of stuff do y'all do at the great competition that y'all always go to every year?
At the different competitions, what kind of stuff we do. So we got Raider, which is more of an athletic type competition during different events. From pushing Humvees to carrying ammo cans or what we call the one rope bridge. Everybody hangs upside down with a snap link and kind of pulls himself across a water crossing or something like that. Of course, drill, which is more of the discipline piece of ROTC. And then you got air rifle, it's more of an individual event when it comes to shooting, but you also get team scores and points with that. And the new one we're trying to start up is archery. We're going to start doing that here soon this year, towards the end of this year. And then a couple more other things we used to do, I know, is robots and drones. That kind of gets to the techie side of things, to have students or cadets use their brains in the technological field, especially with CTE type equipment or whatever, and it expands their horizon on things that you can actually do within the military and without the military.
Will you do us a favor and explain some of the things that you think go unnoticed in ROTC?
Unnoticed, most likely probably the community service. Many people don't understand that outside of school hours, these guys are out there doing community service with not only in the community sometimes, even though we don't count it as community service, we do go help out at bigger events, like at Nissan Stadium. It's a pretty cool thing. And we become a small little kind of clique family, and hopefully we can expand and grow that a little bit more.
What made you want to become an ROTC instructor?
It's a way for me to give back to a community or to students. I got 2 teenage daughters myself. I understand the teenage mindset a little bit right now, and I know how difficult it is to, one, just go through day-to-day life, peer pressure, want to get your school right, want to go to the next level and go to college, and that's what I'm here for, to help you, balance some of those things in life. Want to achieve those goals of going to college? Let's talk about it. necessarily if you don't want to go to college, great. There's other things you can do to be successful in life. Let's talk about those things as well, and let's help you get there.
One last question. What should people know about the ROTC goal?
Goal?
Like,
So the goal of ROTC, period, is just to make better citizens. You'll learn that through our cadet creed, and then you also learn that by the leadership principle traits. The acronym is LDR SHIP. And once you learn those things and you live by the cadet creed, you can't help but become a better citizen.
well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
I'm Justin McCauley, and I'm here with Renzo Arce. Renzo, what is your role in ROTC staff?
I am the XO, Executive Officer of the Blystad Battalion. I work with the staff, which is S1, S2, S3, S4, and the S1.
And of all the ROTC sports, which one is your favorite?
Probably Brady.
And if you had to say what motivated you to join ROTC, what would that be?
Probably it was just something I would look forward to at the end of the day after my classes, because I didn't want to just get boring class schedule.
And final question, what does ROTC do for the community?
We do like food drives. We don't host like food drives. We participate like in volunteer work, community hours, and just help with color guards. We'll do the color guards for basketball games and other sports, football mostly, and do football parking.
I'm Justin McCauley, and I'm here with
Sawyer.
Sawyer. What is your role on staff in JROTC?
So I'm the operations sergeant major. So the main thing I do is just log events into our JROTC website, like after we complete them.
What is your favorite ROTC sport or event?
My favorite sport is probably Raider. So that's just the one where we do like rope bridge, we'll do obstacle courses. You get pretty muddy sometimes at the competitions, especially.
Are you a Pepsi or Coke guy?
Probably Coke.
What's your favorite ROTC memory?
My favorite's probably going to Raider Nationals my freshman year.
Do you guys have any competitions coming up?
We have Brigade, which is our big drill competition. That is next Saturday.
How do you feel about that? Is it a good competition?
I feel pretty good about it. I mean, we've been practicing, so.
You still in the era? And what do you feel like ROTC does that kind of goes unnoticed?
So I personally wasn't here for it, but during the summer, a lot of the kids in the battalion worked on the Bulldog Boutique, so they spent a couple of weeks out of their summer just working on it, setting it up.
And really important question here. Who's the best Ninja Turtle?
Oh, definitely Donatello.
Donatello?
Oh yeah, it's the blue.
It's purple. Alright, today I'm here with
Isabella Barber.
What is your role on ROTC staff?
I'm the S3.
And what do you do as a staff? S2?
I'm logistics, so I'll log names in competitions, jumps, which is how we keep track of everything.
What made you want to join ROTC?
I wanted more discipline and responsibility.
Of your time in ROTC, what do you think is your favorite moment?
I have to say the Raider competitions.
Is there anything about ROTC that you feel like people need to know?
It's definitely not a cult like everybody says.
And I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Sawyer, maybe you have a better answer. Who is the best Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo. Yes.
Sawyer would know that because he gets all the colors wrong. Alright, I'm Justin McCauley and I'm here with
Charles Riley.
Charles. What is your role on staff in ROTC?
I'm the battalion commander, so basically I'm in charge of the whole entire operation, and I'm also the team captain for Raider, Air Rifle, and Drill, which is our JROTC sports.
Of those sports, which one do you think is your favorite?
I'd have to say Air Rifle.
Now, what is your favorite ROTC moment in the past?
Probably Raider Nationals or winning state.
And what do you feel like is something that goes unnoticed or people need to know about ROTC?
Definitely the community service. A lot of people know that we do community service, but we do a lot of it, and also we train for community service like color guard, which goes unnoticed.